If you woke up yesterday and something just felt great, the air was cleaner, the sun was shining, your back hurt a little less, there might be a reason for that. Anita Sarkeesian is shutting down feminist frequency after 15 years. That's right, the infamous feminist grifter finally decided to shut down feminist frequency. One of the women who helped make Gamergate a real thing caused the entire gaming industry to essentially shit its pants and go to hell, is finally out of the space. Well, at least for now. She's a grifter after all. She'll probably start something else. And let's be honest, it's not like she really did anything, except for maybe spawn an entire, we'll call it generation of YouTube channels to that did nothing but prove her wrong. It's great. But before we get into that, let's take a look at this person's YouTube channel, because it's actually quite funny. It says a lot about the entire channel and the type of person she is. Feminist Frequency Radio. New episodes every Wednesday. I think that needs to be updated. But it's not too bad, right? 213,000 subs. 454 videos. It's actually quite a decent bit of content. But what do the views look like? The big announcement 6 hours ago of the end of Feminist Frequency. 1,000 views. It's not a lot. Not for a channel with 200,000 subscribers. Less than 1%. Oof. Barbenheimer. 2,000 views 7 days ago. That's not great at all. Something with a special guest 2 weeks ago. 899 views. 3 weeks ago. 613 views. Yeah, it's a dead channel. That's why it's shutting down. I guarantee you she's going to put it into something else, start a whole new channel, or do some new grift to rebuild it. She wants that money. She's a grifter. She makes up bullshit stories, feeds it to dumbass women who believe in feminism, and sells them bullshit. And it being Polygon writing this article, of course they show her in the most favorable light, talking about all the people she collaborated with, how she changed video games for the better, how she changed culture for the better. They showcase some of her videos, and they briefly gloss over Gamergate that she was somewhat involved in. You know, the one where they Me Too'd a guy until he self-deleted and laughed about it later and said, yeah, we knew it was all a lie, we didn't care. Yeah, that's Zoe Quinn. And of course, they go on to talk about how she is harassed for being a woman in the space and speaking her mind. Well, if she wasn't so wrong all the damn time, people wouldn't have to correct her. But again, that's what they call harassment today, correcting somebody. And just like the rest of the feminist grifters, she calls it harassment and makes up hate crime stories and tries to do everything she can to stay relevant. But it looks like after 10 years, she just can't stay relevant anymore. But what does she have to say about why she's shutting down her successful YouTube channel? I was so over talking about the abuse, the dog and pony show of trotting out my abuse. At that point, at my talks about online harassment, I started to be like, I'm not talking about my experience anymore. It's online. You can go check it out. I'm not re-traumatizing myself for the sake of this audience anymore. And that's when I started to realize that I'm just really fucking over this. What I think she meant to say, nobody cares about this anymore. I need to find a new grift. If I had 1,000 people watching my stuff religiously, telling me to keep talking about my story, what I like, what I dislike, and what I like to talk about, I don't think I would be like, I'm really fucking over y'all. Get the hell out of here. But again, I will say she is 100% responsible for all the atrocities in video games we saw and how that's transferred over to comics and movies and TV shows and real life. Her video tropes of women in video games really kicked off an entire wave of feminism bullshit that would go on till today. Because before that, nobody had even thought about feminism in video games, or sexism, or anything of that sort, because it all was there. We all enjoyed doing it. We were all having fun. And this dumb twat waffle was jealous of people having fun and decided she wanted to ruin everything. Hell, she is probably the reason Polygon is what it is today. But regardless, today is the day of celebration. Until she starts up her new thing, Anita Sarkeesian is essentially dead to the internet. Nobody gives a shit. and we don't have to worry about her. But I just wanted to get that info out there for you guys. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you drop me a like, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.